So today I'm very glad to host this night. First of all, I would like to respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha, and respect to all venerable and our master. So in our topic today is we are talk about family. So before I introduce about my question, I would like to introduce a new member. That's a Phante Tatanda is a new member. I'm very glad because you are a participants on our class, our club speak English. So uh, everybody we can know that we live in a family, we live in a society, we live in a country. So there are many kind of the family. Some that is a small family, sometimes that's a big family, and there are more generations like one generation, generation, and third generation. So I would like to um, ask someone and some you about what kind of your family. Are you a nuclear family or extending family? So nuclear family meaning that the family also have a parents and there are some son and daughter. And extended family meaning that the family there are more generation. We have the grandfather, grandmother, and sometimes we have a parents, and there are generation like daughter, nephew, and more. So before I would like to invite Ante Gilkian, what kind of your family?
Yes, Richard, uh, for your question, that's speaker, yes, Mr. Master Days, yeah. Um, as be the first question, yes. First of all, I want to say pray homage to Buddha Dhamma Sangha and pray homage to um, all venerable in our club taking place tonight, and also give happiness to um, our member. Yeah. Uh, Also in our uh, club speaking tonight. Yeah. And for the first question, yes. In my opinion, family. Um, but I think in order to enjoy understanding about the family, yes. Also, uh, definition of the family. Family relating to all the people live together um, in a group. There's a mother, father, yeah, grandma, grandfather, and the daughter, yeah, the son, something like that. Yeah, is to call family. Yes, and for me, um, family, um, can there are a lot of kind of family. Uh, it based on uh, every situation of everyone, of every people. Yeah, and but I think in concludes, family is to kind. Yeah, to kind family. Some family you live together. Uh, enough that mean the family or your family that you live with whole the people that you live nowadays. Yes, it means you was living with the big family. Yeah, it means in the big family you always live together with my mother, my father, grandma, grandfather, yeah, father, and some daughter, yeah, and anything, yeah, something, and other people also to live together. And it does mean the big family, yes, and a small family. The family in the generation after you live together, live dependent, yeah, dependent. That means after the time when you get married, yeah, that means only two, yeah, two people or third people, yeah, only you and your wife. Uh, it's also consider it also to call the small family, yet it means there so less people than the big family that I said in the first, yeah. um, the first, for my opinion, family I can conclude have to kind of big family and small family, yes, but I want to join a little idea. The family that you live with um, mother, father, and grandma is one kind, and other kind I think like that. I very small. Nowadays uh, I not live together with my family, but I also have the big family. It means now I always live with my my friend. Yes, also it's a very small exam. It also look like a family and very big family. Yes, and I think it's different from the first family. Uh, for the family that we live together with my mother and my father. Yes, and for the public or the Buddhist monk also to consider a big family. I think so. Yeah, that's on my idea. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much. So move on to another question. I would like to invite Mr. Sana. What kind of your family? Which one and which one do you prefer and why? Yeah.
Yes, thank you for your question. Uh, First of all, I would like to pay my high respect to all venerables as well as all masters in our group. Yes, uh, for your question, I would say that I live I live in a nuclear family. Because I have built my own house for more than 1 year for my own family, including my wife and my two small children. Yes, so this is a nuclear family, and I really love living in this kind of family because I don't need to depend so much on my parents or my sisters, etc. I don't care much about them. And my house is next to my parents' house. So even though I live in a nuclear family, but I all the time um, uh, um, are concerned about my parents' life because they are old. Yes, and so when I see them get sick, or they are busy with doing something, if I have time, I am ready to help them. Yes, because I think that is my duty as their son. Yes, and you know, because I live in my own house, so I prefer living in a nuclear family than living in an extended family. Yeah, and the reason you also know clearly, because I have just mentioned that I don't need to care much about the other members in the extended family, such as my sisters or my brother-in-laws, my nephew, my nieces, etc. So I have a lot of time to just focus on my own family lives, family condition. Yes. So this is my idea. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. Samaj. Next on to another person, I would like to invite Thante Thanbun. What kind of your family and which one do you prefer, or what kind of family do you like most when we want to live?
Thank you for inviting me. Before I share about my idea, the first I pay homage to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha, and I respect to all venerable and say hello everyone. As now, every day, now I am living in ministry, so so I live with my master and the monks and the students. Although I am living in monastery, but I also have a family in my house. Present, my family is a nuclear family. In there, these are 4 members. There are 4 members. These are my parents, my younger sister, and me. But now only there are 3 persons in my house because I'm staying in monastery, and my family is a farmer family. Now my parents is also because my father this year he is 71 years, and my mother she is 64 years old. And my younger sister, she is near 30 years old, but she is not married yet. And now she is working in the wing, don't stay at home. Sometimes I worry about my parents because they are also old, and a long time I don't go home, maybe through 2 months. And yesterday I went to home and I talked about my parents a lot. We are talk about life month, about life each month mà nó để sắc hơi nữa each month, and I asked my parents, how do you think about me? Do you want me stay here, or do you want me go home? They said it's up to you. If you want to stay here, you stay, and if you want to home, you can go home. You can each month. So now I bằng the pool Iអារម្មណ៍មើលមិនសូវបានអារម្មណ៍ល្អទេមិនមែនអារម្មណ៍ល្អទេអូជ្រួលច្បល់បន្តិច sorry to me I prefer a family with 3 generation, with grandparents, parents, and children, but now my family only 2 generation. Only there are my parents and me and younger sister. That's all. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. So I just heard about your mom or your parents ask you, do you want to be a monk, continue, or do you want to go home? So you get nervous. So I think it is fine on you. Yeah. So I would like to invite Pante Ngọc Tám. You smile. Pante Ngọc Tám.
Okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you tell me?
I'm listening.
Yeah. So move on to another person. I would like to invite Mr. Sapong. How is your family?
Hello, Pante.
Your internet is slow.
មិញទូរស័ព្ទមិនលឺមិនគ្រូនិយាយលឺហើយ
លឺថា Pante ស្ដាប់ឥឡូវអញ្ជើញបងសុភងវិញ
បងសុភងស្ដាប់ដែរណា
ម៉ាងដែរ
អូខេ
ជើងគាត់និយាយទៅបាននោះនិយាយពី3ម៉ាត់និយាយទៅទៅណាមិនដឹង
ឥឡូវបងសុភងនិយាយមិនទៅអូនអត់លឺផងណា
Mr. Sapong cannot connect his voice. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Sapong, you can leave and then you join again. Maybe it's better. You can leave. Yeah.
បងសុផុងថតចេញសិនទៅហើយចាំចូលមកអាហ្នឹងវាអត់លើសំឡេងហ៎ ឥឡូវបងសុផុងសុំថតចេញសិនទៅហើយចាំចូលមកទៀតអត់លឺទេបងនិយាយអត់លឺទេយើងនិយាយជួនកាលគាត់មកលឺដែរ
Run chênh không xem
ឥឡូវប៉ុន្តែងុកតាមអែដោយប៉ុន្តែងុកតាម
Okay. Okay, I am here.
Yes can you tell me something about your family
Yes, thank you for your question. And before I answer this question, I pay homage to the Buddha, I pay homage to the Dhamma, I pay homage to the Sangha, and I respect all venerable here, and I say hello with everyone. Yes, if I tell with everyone about my family, I think that my family is big family and simple because my family have 10 people, my parents and 7 siblings and me. Especially, I want to tell about my parents a little bit. My father died, and I have my mother. My mother is about 78 years old, and my father is a farmer. And now my mother is a farmer, and now my mother stay at home with my sibling. And my brother, our sister go out to work, especially go to the city, Bien Hoa City and Ho Chi Minh City to work every day. And me, I audience in the Prapalache Monastery and I come here I come Malay Khmer School to learn every day. To learn, and today I feel so happy more. I can know the new member Fonte Thanh Đạt này, Fonte Thanh Đạt, and my family is simple. I think my idea is a little.
Yeah
Thank you.
I have a question for you why do you decided to become a monk I think you
Yes.
when you become a monk I think you have all this a little bit
Yes, I think that the reason I audience or become a Buddhist monk, I have a reason to difficult in problem. I feel so suffering in my life. I want to audience in the monastery to give up anything in my way and learn the Dhamma to practice the right way in Buddhism in the present like in the future. And I want to understand clearly about the Buddha's teaching, and I want to practice the right way in Buddhism because I learned many years. I learned Dhamma many years, and I have some experience in my life. I have some experience in my life when I met the difficult problem in my life, I always think of the Dhamma or think of the Buddha's teaching all time. So I think that only go to audience in the monastery. I can solve every problem in my life, and I will overcome every suffering in my life by the Buddha's teaching, by the Buddha's teaching, or by the Buddha teach. I think that the Buddha's teaching is a great part to lay people or Buddhist monk in the monastery, for lay people or Buddhists in the world to practice the right way and overcome every suffering in life. So I think that I decide go to the monastery to audience. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much for your answer, and we shall always become true. So
Yes.
for return to Mr. Sapong again, yeah, can you tell me something about your family, Mr. Sapong?
មិញកណាញ់មិញលឺដែរគ្រូ
អត់លឺទេឥឡូវលឺទេ That's clear. Yeah.
Yes. The first I homage the Buddha, Dhamma, and the monk, and say hello all the member in your group. Yes. I answer the question one. What kind of your family? Yes. I live in a big family. My family have the parent and wife and two sons. My parent and my wife, they are a teacher, and two sons. He is a young. The person he 16-year old. He study in Walai school, and the second son, he 11-year old. He study in primary school Hòa Thượng A. My parents the free time my parents work in the garden. He planting the sugar làm âm phổ đến đây đó sugar
Sugar plant đấy.
And sugar plant, yes.
Plant.
I like the picture I like a big the small family. I want to live in small house, have the wife and two sons, because I want to live a big a small small family. Yes. So, sorry. Yeah. Today I have a little idea. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. So I would like to invite Phante Thatthana. Can you say something about yourself to everyone, because you are a new member in our club today?
កណាសូមអធិស្ឋានពីសំណាក់គ្រូហើយបងប្អូនដែរថានេះគឺការដំណើរការមុនវក្នុងការសិក្សាពីភាសាអង់គ្លេសរបស់អង្គខ្ញុំកណាជាងទេយកភាសាទៅប្រើប្រាស់ហើយជាការฝึกហាត់របស់កណាជាងថាបាច់ច្រើនជាងទេកណាការនិយាយក្នុងពេលនេះជាការលំបាកកណាសូម
Okay, okay, all right. So, Mr. Rona, how are you? I didn't hear. So before I move on to another question, I would like to tell about my family. So, as you know, in traditional, especially the Khmer tradition, when the oldest son or daughter, when you get married, they always leave their family to live another house, meaning split from the parents. So I also was born on a small family. There are 4 members. That's it, my father, mother, younger brother, and me. So a few days ago, my mother is passed away. So my family also have a problem that's it, about to take care of each other. So and then my younger brother also get accident, and so now they cannot work and cannot walk already. So according to me about the family, that's it, if you live in the extended family, I think we have more time to take care of each other. We can share something about the work. We take care of each other is better than for the small family or nuclear family. Because if we live in an extended family, as often they said, if we have their daughter, 3 daughters or 3 sons, we can take care of each other, and we have our parents also take care of each other. It's very good. If we live in a small family as my family, when I left my home into monastery, and then my father and my youngest brother and take care of each other, but my younger brother is not good. He has a problem, so also have a problem in the family. So I think live in a big family is very good. We can take care of each other. We can say something. We can work together. When happiness, we can say to each other. When we have problem, we can solve each other. Everyone, we can solve it together. It's very good. So move on to another question. Does it tell about a family which you respect most or you disrespect? Because we live in a society, we're looking for a good family or the bad family. So I would like to know about your thought or about your view. How do you think about the next door live with you? So I would like to invite Mr. Suna. So can you tell me a family that you respect, and why do you respect them or disrespect them? Yeah.
Yes, thank you for your question, Ante. Yes, for me, as well as the other people in our society, I think they all, they and me, all want to expect about the family that is very happy. Yes, a happy family. So in my opinion, in a situation of a nuclear family, that I myself expect the first thing is from my own. Yes, from my own. Because I'm like a host in my family. And so to build a happy family, first I have to follow the rules of a husband. Yeah, like following the Buddha's teaching. You know, a husband must respect and follow the 5 rules for his family. Yeah, and maybe you all know the 5 rules, and I don't want to mention here. And I think the duty of the husband, besides follow the 5 rules in our Buddhism, a husband also need to work hard, because only working hard can help him to earn, to earn property, or earn wealth for the whole family. Because you know, a family with a very poor condition cannot be very happy, because from morning to evening they have very lack of food to eat. They live in a very very poor condition house. So I think that it's hard to have a happy environment for this family. And the second thing I want to expect from my wife, yes, because my wife is also like a wise host in my family. So my wife also must respect and follow the rules of herself, following the Buddhism. You know, there are also 5 rules for a wife in our Buddhism. So I just mentioned some of the 5 rules that is the first one. She has to respect her husband. Yes, in all situations, she has to respect her husband, and it means she should be faithful with her husband. Yes, not to fall in love carelessly with other man outside, etc. And she also should be concerned about her husband and her children. Yeah, it means she should be responsible with her family, such as taking care of her children well, and be willing to do the chores in the family, like cleaning the house, cooking for her husband and her children for each meal, and also tidy up her house to make the house tidy. Yes, and about the children, I also want to expect a lot from them, but now they are so young, so I only expect a little bit about them, such as they know how to obey his their parents' advice, and they know how to take care of themselves in some points, such as they can eat by themselves, or they can they taking bath by themselves, and so on. That is a small points that I would like to expect from my children, and gradually when they grow up, yes, little by little, the main expectation from me about them, that is they love studying. Yes, they love studying, and they also will be a little bit clever at learning, because I think study is a key lead to their success in future. So I have a plan that when they grow up, I will encourage them day by day to so that they can study hard. Yes. So those are my expectation from my family. Yes. Thank you.
Yes, I have a question for my persona. Do you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
I heard that you talk about your the five way of wife is very well, and I want to ask you a question. Do you have a difficult problem with your wife, or why not?
Yes. Thank you for your interesting question. Yes. I think that my family is sometimes like the other family in our community, because there is no smooth atmosphere in a family. Sometimes there is also like we can say a good argument, yeah, argument between a husband and a wife, and we are the same. Yes, my family is the same. Sometimes my wife disagrees with my thought, with my opinion, with my ideas. So she yes, she disagree, and she she doesn't like follow my recommendation. Yes. And sometimes she blame me. She doesn't understand much about me. For example, my wife is also a kindergarten teacher. She must go to school all day, from the morning until the afternoon. So when she return home, when she sees the chores in my house, um, like isn't finished. Yeah, isn't finished. So she blamed me that why I didn't do the chores. Yeah, why I didn't take a bath for my children. Yeah, and so on. Yes, because she didn't know that in at home I also did another thing. Yes, I'm also busy. Yes, so that is an example. Yes, in my family.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your answer. I have a word I don't understand. Can you speak Khmer? Góp money mình đó là bạn.
Government.
Góp góp y mình đó. À, bẹt luôn tầm mình giờ. Nó cần
Thế này nè, này
lệnh mình bồn á, bẹt mình bồn đó. Chịch mình bồn đó, cái mình.
Argument.
argument nó chùm ló.
Thank you. Argument đi.
No men pek im xe ngắn nó cái nào là like
Bẹt trouble. Tranh cãi nữa. Trouble rắc rối này. Thank you. Okay.
yes.
So move on to another person. I have a question for Mr. Papante Thanban. If you start on this road from a mall, when you to a new family, what will you do to support your family?
Thank you, Venerable Pakadei. Actually, I don't know about my future. I don't know when each month what I do. So now I never about family. I also don't want each month, but I think about my parents because he also old years old. Maybe when I each month become a home, I have farmer. I have farmer. Yeah.
Because we are live in the countryside, more the farm, more the rice fields, so we are farmer, and sometimes we are teacher in the monastery.
Yes.
But the monastery is not earn the salary. That's it for the marriage. Yeah. So we do what we love, what we happy, we can do it. So thank you very much, Pante Thanban. So I would like to invite Pante Genchian. If you get married, what do you do to improve your family to be better?
Maybe it's special question. Yes. Really, that's situation or experience. Yes, I don't understand clear about maybe in only in my mind or in the family. That is look like the plan, but I don't sure. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's plan is maybe become true. Yes, but we can think about it. Yeah. Yes. Because by undertaking or look around the society that we live, yes, among uh, family, yeah, in the society always have lots of the problem if it happen. Yes, especially for the person all the time. Yeah, after they get married, I want to say the nuclear family is only two or two or three person. Yes, for the young couple after um, they get married, always yes, always yes some problem. Like Master Suna, he said, yes, for me, he experienced his life with the real his life, but he's also uh, get some problem yet between his family. Yes, I think um, other family also the same. Yes, not most, not good, not perfect for everyone. Right. If we can understand one before, that means on we have one idea, yet and two before also have other idea, yet and two idea. Maybe at least situation the same and other situation different. So between two or three people on the to opposite idea and it right vision that match some problem we will have fun yet and some problem is serious can make something is terrible. Yeah, I uh, yes, I'm also have a little nervous, and I think the first defend on uh, between two people, yeah, two people. If you a boy or a girl, yeah, if two people have one idea and for the girl also the same, and this idea uh, you don't can to um, or have a little bit the same, so you can choose the third way. That's the boy also can agree and the girl also can agree. Yes, and the middle way or the third way, that is good way you handle when uh, some problem we have fun. Yes, if you you have your wife and you also have some problem and some idea and your wife also want to show in his idea, but two idea not the same yet and you want your wife follows by yourself, yeah, follow by yourself or by your idea, and I think it's difficult, yeah, difficult to make something well, make something good, yes. And other way, I think in for the family, yes, that's why I want to emphasize the two kind of family. For the family have the good education, that I expect for the family have good education, and maybe people in this family always understand, yes, always respect from idea when the people want sharing, that they always respect. I think in this situation, something maybe better, better rather than uh, the family lack of education. Yes, um, for the family lack of education, maybe the people feel they feel so much from that. Um, the family had good education. Yes, and for me, I also prefer the family. Uh, family have so much generation. It means if we live together, a big family, we always receive the good advice from our grandma, grandfather. Yeah, and if the good advice, yeah, it's a good way. It on very mind us when we do it not good. Yes, and it's a way on way to remind we can do it well again. Yes, I think for the family from have good education and already ship the good idea from the important person like grandma and father. I think it's good education and the problem maybe less, maybe have fun, right? Mm. And other idea I think is have a little difficult for me because I don't have a condition or I haven't experience. Yes, experience for the real life in society. Maybe for the people have get married. Yes, and they work experience. I think they can understand clear and clear for me. I uh, only think up about this. That's my thinking about the situation. Yes, thanks for listen. That's all.
Yes, thank you very much. So I have a question from Mr. Tam. So if one day you feel a family or you make a family, what kind of girl you want to get married together? To be make a family a good family. What kind of girl of a woman do you want? It's okay. Are you clearly?
He didn't know you invite him. Maybe.
Phân tên Ngọc Trâm.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I sample. If one day you want to be uh, a husband or you want to build a family, what kind of woman do you want to get married?
Yet this question I cannot answer because I don't know future.
You can sort or you can thinking your example something what you want. If you get married, you want to be a family with her.
Yes, if I want to talk about the other family, I have some experience from them, but I cannot I cannot I cannot say about my married or not. For according to me, I look at some family around me, and I have some experience from other family, and I look at many people, many family when they met difficult problem in life. The first they don't think clearly. They plan together again and again. They plan together and again and again. And some family they understand clearly about their life. They don't plan together together together, they find the other way to decide our problem to happy together. Especially many problem rise in their family. The first we talk about connect to the money and connect to husband go out, don't tell why, don't tell his wife, or the wife go out, don't tell doesn't tell his husband, and they can they don't ask together and plan together, make the small problem to become a big problem in life in their lives. So I think that difficult to say about this because I am not I am not living in this situation. So I think that some family is very very happiness when they understand together again and again. I think that.
Yes, thank you very much, Svante. So I would like to invite Mr. Zafong. Can you tell everyone, tell us about some problem every family get?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. According to me, do you have a family, a good family, and the family often happy. The husband he has pie away. The first very important. The husband has love my wife. He needs love to wife. And the second, the husband he went go out and go hang out. He had the people ask you, do you have a marriage? Do you have a marriage? You can a lot of people he can say no, but according to me can if you have a marriage he can say have marriage. Cả small trọng important, yes. And in the which he can take my wife go out, go shopping, and buy when example 8 tháng 3 đi chè he can buy the clothes gifts to wife, and he can conversation to wife because when he talk to wife he understand why phần chồng bạn ý mình thấy giờ cho phần yes, and he can have why in your family. Example, he can cooking, he can do homework, and in the year he can go to tourist in the country. Yeah, yes, I have an idea. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I would like to know. Now,
Sorry, Fante. I have a question for Mr. Phong.
Yeah.
Mr. Phong, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear.
I listen from your talk about your explaining about your family, and now I want to ask you a question. When you get angry from your wife, what will you do? When you get angry with your
Yes,
wife from your
sometimes-
wife, what will you do?
Yes, yes, I understand. Sometimes I angry to why because but when he angry he don't not good. I understand not good because I don't angry to why. Yes. I don't hear. I don't hear. You can turn on. Yeah.
Do you hear me?
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Sapong?
Yes.
What the reason make you don't? What the reason do you make? What the reason do you make you don't get angry from your wife?
Yes. I don't angry your wife because I love my wife and I usually in the which I usually after the Saturday I usually go to the markets and the shopping, traveling, and a year I go to tourist in a year.
Yes, thank you for your answer. I think that you you love your family best, the best. Thank you.
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah, yeah.
So I would like to know about something about Mr. Ronda. Do you have any problem in your family, or every family have a problem with that problem? Mr. Ronda?
You hear me now? Sorry.
No, it's not good. Yeah,
You hear me now?
it's very noise. Your phone.
Yeah, my microphone is not work.
Yeah. So
Hear me?
you direct. Yeah. Okay.
You hear me now? Hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry everyone. No long see everyone. Yeah. I miss everyone much because I'm very busy and very best. Maybe I'm very best so bad right now. I don't learn English and I don't speak English everyone. If talk about my family, my family is small family. About just me and my wife and two younger children. Yeah, younger children. The daughter is 7 years old. She is in second grade. The son, he is 4 years old. And my wife is a kindergarten teacher. And I work in the work in the primary school. I am a Khmer teacher. My wife and I have been building our own house for 6 years long. Yeah, for 6 years long. I like to the current life our family. Living like that, my wife and I can whatever we when we can. And I think it's very simple, because don't mean about other family. My family, no, I'm sorry. The family that I request I request the most is no. I know. See, I think I see the family request for me in the story. The family request, I think, in the story, because I know, see, in the so yeah, society outside, yeah, society outside, because every family has quite with each other. I think as my family, my wife and I anger to my family, anger to my wife, and my wife anger to me. I think it's not very well family. Yes, and respect family must. I don't see. Yeah. Thank you. That's only have opinions to me. Yeah, please stop here. Yeah, thank you everyone. Yeah.
Excuse me, I would like to ask Brother Runda a question.
Yeah.
I think your family is so happy because through the photo you post on Facebook, as well as your wife posted on Facebook. I think that you and your family have a very happy atmosphere all the time. I really admire you and your family very much, and I think that we are the same, because you and your wife are teachers, and we are the same. My wife and me and I are the teacher. So I want to ask you that is it good for you to give all your salary each month? Give all your salary each month to your wife. Yes. Is it good or not? Yeah. And how much percent of your salary that you split off and give to your wife each month? Do you understand?
Sorry.
Salary, the money you earn each month. Money.
ខែតែយើងមានឲ្យប្រាក់ខែប្រព័ន្ធទេហើយឲ្យបានជាក្រោយ
Okay. Thank you for your question for me. Yeah. I think Mr. Suna, see my wife, my family on the Facebook. Sometimes we can happy. We happy. We go to out with daughter, with children. Sometimes we happy because that's I can do it the more because my wife is anger for me with ex girlfriend.
When my wife take anger, my wife is tiger. Yeah, really?
anger
The
with
tiger.
my ex girlfriend because see my ex girlfriend in my Facebook. Yeah. Because the money the money I give her all. I don't take out. Yeah, I don't take out, and
Wow.
I take about 500 Việt Nam đồng, and I take only money because she anger with me because from my ex-friend girlfriend. Yes.
So you just keep 500,000 dong, right? For your own to yeah.
I
spend.
take 500 because if I use you right you
Say you spend all or of the money or you yeah.
Yeah, when I spend all on money, I yeah, dùng một đẹp rồi. Giờ mò với cái lắm, cho dù phải cảnh nó vẫn Brazil nó ở đâu cái được.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much for your question. Your answer. Yes, thank you.
Yes, I have a question for Mr. Rinda. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
What the reason do you make your wife get angry from you? Do you have step why or not?
Step why?
Do you understand?
Miền phần chồng đây.
I no understand.
Miền phần chồng đây.
Oh no. No.
Can you tell me what the reason do you make your wife get angry from you?
Because sometimes I talk about my girlfriend and Facebook. I add friend I add friend with her. She when she seen my old friend in Facebook. Yeah, my old friend in Facebook. He has
Yes, thank you.
Đã lụi mình đồng tiền đại kênh chung nó mình đi kênh chung không xuồng thì add friend tục.
Thank you.
No problem.
So the time is running out. So finally, I would like to thank you everyone Fante and all Mr. Do you have any question? If not, no, we close this program. So wish you all happiness and without suffering in our life. So thank you very much for participating in this group tonight.